We are at the Eaton Centre. We're going shopping today because I'm going on a safari. And by the time you see this, I'm probably already on the safari, if not back. But I'm going next week at this point in time. And so I need to go shopping for a million things in colors I never wear, which are like cream, white, khaki. Is that a color? Like green and beige. So let's go shopping together. Hopefully we'll find some good stuff. I feel like I'm gonna go to Aerie, The Gap, potentially Zara, but like we know how Zara works. So let's go do it. And I'm also gonna film a video that's already live on my Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. So we'll link it here and then you can watch what I got. Okay, game plan is H&M, which is that way. And then Abercrombie, The Gap, and Aerie. Between those four, I know something will fit me and I know they have those colors. So let's start with H&M and then make our way back. I'm excited. Sorry if you can't hear my music so loud, but we made it to H&M. I'm trying. Don't love this kind of outfit, but we have a lot more. All right, well, on to the next. We moved on from H&M. It wasn't it today for me, but The Gap. Like, have you ever? So let's go try on. Okay, I've been wanting Solomon's, but I haven't bitten the bullet. And now feels like the right time because I'm actually going to be using them for good, not just for coffee shops and workout classes. No shade, like I would do that too. So which color should I get? These are the only options. They don't have black at this. We're at Foot Locker, but we might move on to Little Burgundy because apparently they have them. But which one would you get? I feel like I'm leaning towards this. The white ones they're just not me. They're comfortable. What is he? Potential. I'm paying $230.
I know.
Little skinny stick. Love. I've lost circulation in my hands from holding these, but we've been very successful. We're in Arc'teryx now. I'm gonna try on pants, shorts. That's literally it, just pants and shorts. I wanna try these shorts, which are very cute, very safari-esque. Maybe in black though. And the Clarkia pants, which went viral last year and I never got my size. So, success! Look at these. These are the Clarkia pants. They went viral for a reason. They look stunning, and I'm buying them. Okay, we got a lot of goods. I'm gonna do a haul when I get home, but I just got the pants of my dreams at Arc'teryx. They're called the Clarkia pants, and I mean, you saw them. You just saw them, but I'm so happy. But okay, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
We were literally in this exact room 2 hours ago and had nothing, and now I'm ready for the safari. Like I don't need to buy one more thing. So let's go to Africa.
4 hours later.
Okay, fast forward to 2.5 weeks after this whole video was filmed because I filmed a haul when I got home from the mall and it got deleted, sadly. But I actually think this is way better. I already went on my safari. I've been home for a week and this is everything I packed that actually made sense because half the things I bought I didn't wear. And it was very different weather than I had anticipated. So let me actually show you what I wore every single day because I know a lot of people have DM'd me on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts asking me what to pack if you're going on a safari and what the weather was like. Because right now I went to Tanzania and right now it's winter in Tanzania, but summer in Canada. So I packed very poorly. Let me show you things that I brought that were actually amazing. Pause for a drink because I'm a drink girl. Oh my God. Also, I got nails put back on right before my trip, like so stupid, but also none of them broke. I had long nails for so long, for so many years, and I got them taken off a few years ago, a year and a half ago, and I'm back. In case you missed it, I have many videos to follow this one about my entire safari experience, but quick story, I went to Tanzania in the Serengeti for 1 week with my family, and I did a whole shopping haul at the Eaton Centre, as you just saw, in Toronto, and I bought so many things, and half the things I didn't wear because I thought I was going on this boiling hot safari and I had to be fashionable. We were gonna wear fancy clothes for dinner. None of that is true. Obviously depends where you go. If you're going to a fancy place, I guess, you can bring fancy clothes for dinner, but we just wore our safari clothes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So let me just get into what I wore every day. It's winter in Tanzania, which I said. Tanzania is in East Africa, by the way. So we chose that because we wanted to be on the Mara River. Our specific safari was called Singida Mara River Tented Camp. It was very much glamping, it was very much bougie, and I had the best time ever. But when it came to clothing, it was super, super chill. So in the morning, what we did, we woke up at 6 o'clock and we had our first game drive. It was freezing cold in the morning because it was the winter. So if you're going and if you want a tip, I highly recommend you bring layers. So for example, in the morning for the game drive, I would put on a sports bra or a bra, whatever. I would put on a t-shirt. These are my favorite t-shirts. I'm wearing the exact same one in black. It's a ribbed t-shirt from the Gap. They are the best ribbed t-shirts ever. I have them in all the different colors. I brought black, white, and green to Africa. So every day I wore either a Gap ribbed t-shirt. I also have one from Aritzia. Just like a thin t-shirt that you can wear. And then, oh, I also brought some like looser t-shirts. These are one of my favorite t-shirts from The Great. They're a bit pricier, but amazing. I get them when I'm in LA, but you can order them online. So I would start with a t-shirt, then I would go into a long sleeve or into a shirt. So for a long sleeve, we actually all got matching waffles from Aloe. This is a men's Aloe waffle shirt. Super cute, super cozy, very like thick, but also breathable. So I would put this on over my t-shirt. On days when it was extra cold, there was 2 days where in the morning it was freezing. Also, our tents didn't have air conditioning or heating. So waking up to like freezing cold was pleasant. I love being cold. So I would do t-shirt, that waffle, and then I would layer usually one of these. So I brought this plaid shirt. I just love this one. It's also kind of like a thicker, cozy material. So I would wear this. This was also perfect for safari colors. I brought this shirt that I got at Canadian Tire. The brand is Hunt Shield, and it's like literally the definition of a safari shirt. My mom and I both had these, and I wore this like 3 out of the 5 days. So this came in clutch. So I would wear this with a t-shirt under, and then I would put the Aloe waffle on top of this so that I could like take off layers as the day went on. And then I also bought this from Banana Republic. It's super wrinkled right now because I put it in the wash, but it's just a linen shirt, and that was perfect too. I actually have a reel that I posted in this, and it was super great. I would do it up with a t-shirt underneath, and I would just tuck it into my pants. Going on to pants, I will show you. For pants, okay, I think when you think about a safari, you think it's gonna be hot, like I mentioned, but you also think like, I have to wear shorts. Like everyone wears like on Instagram, which seems like a lie. Like I was looking at inspo for like cute safari outfits. You don't have to dress cute. You're literally sitting in a car for several hours. We sat in a car from 6:30 until 12:30, and then again from 4:30 until 7. So like if you're wearing uncomfortable tight clothing or like trying to be cutie, like be cute all you want, honestly, like go for it. But I was so happy to be comfortable. So I brought these 2 pairs of pants. One were these men's Aloe joggers. These are an extra large. This is the reference number if you want a screenshot. Can you see that? I bought men's because Aloe women's doesn't fit me, but they are the ones that have the elastic bottom, and they were amazing. The color was perfect. But also just like the fit, like they are tight, but also comfortable. We were there for a total of 7 days, but that's including travel days. We had 4 safari days. So I wore these 2 days. And then the other 2 days, I wore my favorite pants, which you saw in the haul from Eaton Centre. These Arc'teryx pants, they're the Clarkia pants. They are my favorite pants. I'll definitely be wearing them in Toronto, even though that's not really like a fit. I don't give a shit. Like I have to give these their wear. They were just comfortable. They sit like mid-ish high-waisted, and I love them, and they're very breathable. So like back here, there's mesh. So I wasn't hot for 1 second. So that was my outfit for the morning. And I felt very like comfortable. They gave us these like fleece ponchos to wear in the morning and heating packs for our hands. So I was extra warm. I'm sure not all lodges or safari destinations or whatever will give you that. So you can always bring an extra sweatshirt or an extra pair of pants or whatever, but I was really good on that regard. I highly recommend bringing pants that are thicker than leggings and a top that is thicker than like a thin long sleeve from like Lululemon, because you don't want the bugs to bite you. There were no bugs in the morning. The bugs came out as like the afternoon went on, and they were kind of annoying in the evening, but we wore pants and long shirts pretty much the whole time because we wanted to avoid the bugs. And then I wore these every single day. They were amazing. I packed flip-flops, like plain Havana flip-flops that could get wet and dirty. I packed a pair of sandals that I wore once and never wore them again. So that was stupid. So highly recommend not doing that. And then I wore on the plain Adidas Sambas, and then I brought these for the actual safari. I wore these every day. These are the On Cloud Monsters. I got them at Sport Check. They're amazing. They're so comfortable. And they're also conveniently safari colors. I had these before the trip, so that worked out, but I literally wore those every single day. And then that was for the morning drive, okay? Then we'd get back, we would get changed for lunch and go to the pool. At that time, which was 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it was hot out. So I would change. I didn't want the bugs to get me, but the bugs at the camp weren't awful. So I bought these in the hall. I would change into these, which are from Aerie. A cute little like short, but looks like a skirt. So that was good with a t-shirt. I would just stay in the same t-shirt that I wore. And then I also bought these Arc'teryx shorts. I think they're called the Gamma short. They're pretty much the same as the Clarkia pant, like they fit super alike, except this one doesn't have a button. It has just like a little tie here. So these were amazing. I ended up wearing these for 2 days straight in the afternoon, and they were super comfortable. A lot of people that we saw were wearing shorts on their actual game drives, but we just didn't want to take the chance because the bugs were strong. We also did not wear perfume, anything in our hair, any makeup. Like we were super, super plain other than deodorant. So that also helps with the bugs. And they had a really good like citronella bug spray. Like once the afternoon was over, the afternoon was hot, like I was sweating. At 4:30, we had our second game drive. I would put on the exact same clothing that I had in the morning on, minus one layer. You're also driving. We personally were driving in an open car. There weren't doors, like there were doors, but there weren't windows. So we had like constant wind blowing on us. So it wasn't like we were sitting there in the scorching sun. It was always shaded because there's like a roof. And when we were driving, which was most of the time you're driving, it was super like windy and nice. So we had a great experience. On the plane ride there, I wore these Gap linen pants that I bought that are in the hall. These are a heaven sent pair of pants. I've worn these 6 times since being home. I've literally been home for 6 days. They're just plain old linen pants and I love them. These were super comfortable. The flight was not short. It was 13 and a half hours to Ethiopia from Toronto, and then another 2.5 hour flight from Ethiopia to Tanzania, and then a 1 hour flight from Tanzania to our campground. So we were traveling for many, many, many hours. And so I wore this black t-shirt with this on the plane with my Sambas, and it was super comfortable. My mom also bought these pants, same as me. And I did bring these with me, but I never wore them. She wore these one day. I feel like moms are always like chic. And so, well, my mom at least is very chic. So on one of the days when I was wearing the Arc'teryx pants and the Aloe pants, she was wearing these on the game drive and she said that she loved them. I'm just personally not a linen girl when it comes to that, because these on me are like, she's taller than me, so these like kind of touch the floor. So I just wasn't down for them to get dirty. And then remember these shorts that I got from Abercrombie? I also never wore these. I thought I was gonna wear these linen shorts. And so, yeah, I mean, these are good to have in my closet now, but I never wore these, and that's it. So that's the entire haul. I highly recommend if you're going on a safari, you pack comfortable clothing. Who gives a shit about the fashion? Like, I mean, I personally didn't. The content was still amazing. I cared a lot about like the animal content and just like being comfortable and being present. And so as much as my shopping vlog made it seem like I wanted to be fashionable, I did. But now that I am educated and I'm home, I'm educated through my experience, I can say that it's really not a fashion show. You're sitting all day and then you're vegging when you're tired, and then you're eating and you're exhausted, and then you go to bed. So I also packed pajamas, obviously, and underwear, socks, bra. Yeah, our lodge also did laundry for us. So we did laundry one time in the week just to get extra underwear and socks. And then one day my mom like spilled her coffee. So it ended up being perfect. I packed so much more than this, and I wish I didn't because it was just annoying and heavy. I packed a dress, I packed a skirt, I packed a nice top, and I would rather obviously have those things in my bag than not have them, because if like I didn't know what we were going to do for dinner. And I'm sure at other safaris, like our thing was all outside because we were in the tented camp, but at other safaris you like go back and then you get changed and you shower and you do all these things. Sorry, the window's open and it's so loud. You do all these things before dinner, so like I totally get it, and I'm glad I had those just to be safe, but now I know. So that's the haul. That's what I packed. It was incredible. I had the most amazing trip. I can't wait for you to watch the content in the next few videos. So that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this haul. I got everything from the Eaton Centre. Arc'teryx, I ordered those shorts online. They're the Gamma shorts. They're the Clarkia pants. And then I can link everything else below as long as they still have it on their websites, but they should. And that's it. If you're going on a safari, I am so freaking excited for you. And if it's on your bucket list and your dream and you just can't go right now, then keep on fucking dreaming, because my mom had this on her bucket list for 20 years and my brothers and I surprised her with it for her 60th birthday. But like, what a trip. This was the first trip that I ever went on that really made me realize and appreciate spending money on experiences over things. And as a North American who loves things and spending money on like designer things, because I'm stuck in the rat race and it's sometimes fun to spend your well-earned money on things, this really did open my eyes and make me appreciate wildlife and nature and spending money on travel. So I can't wait to go somewhere else in Africa and just, you know, continue on these trips. But anyway, that's the haul. I can't wait for you to see the next videos. Go watch them. They should be up soon, if not already. Love ya.